Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and I've got some information about some upcoming like seasons slash tournaments slash qualifiers. Honestly, the name they gave it is quite silly anyway, so I don't even know what to call it. But if there's one upside barely of Magic in 2020, it's the whole like, oh, well, you're playing from home, don't have to travel, and you need practically no money to jump into the pro scene and like qualify for something and get some prize money. Or like make it to the pros or whatever. I mean, it's a lot easier without travel. It's still kind of a dumpster fire, but there's at least like 99% less cheating, which it turns out is still a lot of cheating. But there's only so much riggage you can do on digital. So this video, I just wanted to outline like how you do what, when to get into what tournament or whatever, just in case you're interested, because this is like your only chance to do it without going to a GP. Kind of. Although with Channel Fireball events permanently closed, we'll see if anybody goes to a GP ever again. But one quick thing, in case you missed my live stream, which was kind of a dumpster fire while I tried to get the software to work, it like 90% worked. Well, there's one thing I told them that I'm probably going to tell you guys. On my main channel, you are going to want to subscribe and turn on notifications because sometime next week, probably about Wednesday, I'm going to be uploading the craziest, wildest, just gone straight bonkers ass ballistic video you have ever seen. We got shoutouts from multi-million sub channels. We've got guest stars. I'm giving away the most rare and expensive card I have ever given away. It is the most valuable card that I own. How much is it worth? It was an ultra limited run promo that only a couple people got, and this is a misprint of it. So however the hell much people are willing to pay for it is how much it's worth, and one of you's gonna win it. And I'm not linking people to some BS third-party sign-up, oh, follow me on Twitter, it's really an ad campaign nonsense. Nah, commentpicker.org. You ever heard of it? Leave a comment, ta-da. Not on this video, on that upcoming video, so watch for it. I'm probably only going to float the video for 3 days before I pick a winner. Also, big giant face reveal. As if I'm not in like 15 of my videos already, but apparently some of you are, well, having trouble finding them because of the way I tagged them, which is on purpose, and I deleted some of them just to piss people off. So, I mean, the editing's gonna be crazy. Like, we're doing it big. I might even trigger an earthquake that makes a California crack off into the ocean and sink. I'm planning that for the video. I'm gonna fly down to Rudy's shop in Florida or wherever the hell he lives and just moon him right through the window, just pressed ham right up against the glass. Just kidding, that was out of the budget. Otherwise, damn right I would have done it. But it's going to be wild for real, dude. You do not want to miss this video. It's the biggest video I've ever done, ever. I might even like put in clips from a now banned video that got deleted off my channel. It was one of the first ones I ever uploaded, like, I don't know, 12 years ago. And I got deleted due to a guideline strike, but I'm pretty sure I could use some of the footage. But yeah, it's gonna be something. You definitely want to watch it. I'm probably gonna put in some funny meme edits. I mean, it's just gonna be the variety hour of like everything crammed into like 10 minutes. I mean, I might leak further information from Wizards of stuff that I've been holding on to. Like, it's everything. Everything I can throw at this video, I'm gonna throw at it because I kind of need it to get a lot of views. Let's put it that way. So do not miss it. Watch for it. Turn on notifications. Hit subscribe. Tune in that day, whatever you gotta do. Don't miss it. So anyway, back to the qualifier here. This is the Kaldheim qualifier weekend, even though I might have already mentioned this in the video. I had to do 2 takes because of technical problems. 2 of them are recurring before Kaldheim comes out. So that makes sense. So, okay, we got 3 dates for 3 little mini seasons. All 3 of them are if you finish in the top 1,200 of the Mythic rank in limited or constructed, because those are the 2 queues that exist, for that particular month's season, then you qualify for a day 1, day 2 tournament that can get you all kinds of crazy stuff. I think it can get you into the Pro League or qualify you for like a Pro Tour or I don't know. I'll talk about that later. And there's more ways than that to qualify, and you're really going to want to qualify for this next one, which, I mean, it's already November 23rd, so it's kind of tough with me saying that right now. Especially, I mean, me, myself, I'm in the Platinum rank. I'd have to play an absurd amount of games to get to, like, Mythic, 1,200. And the meta's absolute ass right now. But I will explain the advantage here, and you might be able to qualify for the next one. So December 19th through the 20th will be the 2-day big whoop-de-doo thing, playoffs, I guess, for the top 1,200, who, ranked that high in the Mythic League, which is above the Diamond League, by the way, if you're wondering where that is. In either queue, we're talking constructed or limited. So it's actually then, I guess, 2,400 people. Here's the thing, though. So you've been playing standard constructed ranked this whole time, right? Oopsies, the format for the December 19th through the 20th tournament is historic constructed. So, surprise! I hope you have a good tested historic deck and know the historic meta like the back of your hand after you just qualified in the standard ranked play. Although I think historic has ranked play now too, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know if it still will then, so I don't know if that's a thing, whatever. It's actually all the same ranking too. You can go back and forth between them, but limited is limited and then constructed is constructed. Those are the only two queues. If you want to see them, what you're currently at, just open up Arena, click on profile. So then we've got for the December 2020 season, the tournament will be January 16th through the 17th, so not too short after. And that format for that tournament too is historic constructed, unfortunately. Historic really is quite awful, but honestly, with that kind of like potentially eventually money on the line, I don't think those particular tournaments actually have prize money, believe it or not. But if you like use these to springboard into some, pro tour thing, whatever, and they have huge prizes on the line, well then, there you go. But yeah, with that kind of potential prize money eventually on the line, just copy whatever the best deck is considered or mathematically proven to be. I mean, this isn't about a healthy meta. This isn't about being polite to your fellow players. It's about money. So, I mean, I would net deck one of those, or I would look at all the top net decks and build what kills all of them. Those are the only two valid ways to go into a big, giant, pro-level paid tournament, in my opinion. With the latter option being the more likely to win, just ask Travis Wu. He does it all the time. So then, for the January season, you would qualify for the February 27th through the 28th, weirdly an entire month later, tournament. And finally, the format for that one is standard constructed. So for all three, like I said, you just got to get to rank 1200 or higher in Mythic. It starts as a percentage, and then as you go up higher, it becomes a number as you are like literally that number in the rank. Be careful, it can move while you do absolutely nothing as people pass you, so don't just get to 1150 and stop. So if you qualify, I believe, the first of the month or the last of the month or whenever the hell they cancel this, I think it's usually the last of the month because it always sneaks up on me, you'll get this huge pop-up on the screen that says, congratulations, you've earned your spot in the upcoming Mythic Qualifier Weekend Day 1 event, and then it says Mythic Qualifier, you can't miss it, and then you click it, it says event details available online, or you click that button. Otherwise, if you're confused about if you qualified because like of that weird 1 month gap in February, you can click on profile and next to your rankings, it will say Mythic Qualifier qualified. Real simple. Got any scheduling questions? Either email Wizards, which is useless, or go to magic.gg, which is almost as useless. So here's the thing. One little thing I want to point out. Finishing with at least 6 match wins during day 1 of the previous month's qualifier weekend, or competing in day 2 at all of the previous month's qualifier weekend will automatically qualify you for the next one. So I believe I've now upgraded from 1200 players to, 1200 Mythic players in Constructed, and then 1200 Mythic players in Limited, and then also, 100 or so people, they probably were shooting for 2500, that got to day 1 with a good record or day 2 in the previous tournament. So it might be 2600, 2700 people competing for this. Who knows? But that's why if you were to qualify in November and then you do well at the tournament in December, you're automatically going to the tournament in January. And by going to, I mean sitting on your ass digitally. Hooray for travel restrictions. So another thing is if you finish with at least 5 match wins in day 2 of the December Arena Open event, you will also qualify for the next 2-day weekend thing. I mean, they're calling it the Keldheim Qualifier Weekend, but you've already qualified to get to the qualifier weekend. I mean, I guess it is the playoffs to qualify for like the PTs, but it's a silly name from my perspective. In fact, both parts of the name are quite illogical, but whatever. So yeah, that's that $1,000, $2,000 event that's completely separate. Just pops up, it's this day, whatever, cool. Do well at that. Like I said, 5 match wins in day 2, which is hard to get. And boom, you've qualified. You could literally take the entire next month off, don't care about your ranking, don't even touch ranked play, and then jump right into the next tournament. I wouldn't exactly recommend that, but you could. Also, it says players that qualified for the Zendikar Rising Championship, these players are eligible for all Keldheim qualifier weekends, provided they are not already qualified for the Keldheim Championship, which is, I believe, the tournament that the qualifier is for, the qualifier weekends. So I guess the Zendikar Rising Championship, I think it already happened, but whatever. It's basically Pro Tour Zendikar Rising is what it is. So if you made it to that one, you automatically qualify for the qualifier weekend the next time. That's not terrifically relevant to a lot of you. Then also, just being a member of the Magic the Gathering Pro Tour Hall of Fame, you just automatically just step in and participate in the tournaments. That's the most egregious rigging I've seen. A lot of people in that Hall of Fame don't deserve to be there. I'll just throw that out there. A lot of terrible people, a lot of cheaters in that their Pro Tour Hall of Fame. And now they get a no-effort free ride into a tournament that they don't deserve to be at. Wonderful. Some of them do. A lot of them do. Not all of them do. I say if you think you're such a good player with such a good record, then you should continue to prove it. And by the way, they actually remind you that players who are already qualified for the Kaldheim Championship, which I don't really know how you would do that, but okay, are ineligible to compete in any of the qualifier weekends. So, like, don't participate in them if you already know that you somehow have an invite to the Kaldheim Championship. I don't know. Is that like their rivals league or their pro league or their, I don't know, group of paid douchebag streamers? I don't even know who gets an auto pass to them, but, well, that's Wizards' way of making sure the same people win over and over and over without having to prove their skills in any way. So that's why I stay out of the pro scene for that, among many other reasons. Then get this, what an open-ended statement we got here. Additional means of being eligible for the Kaldheim qualifier weekends may be available through tournaments or tournament series managed by approved tournament organizers. So just random giant private third-party tournaments could somehow qualify you now. It's probably going to be like, you know, the top person, the top 2, top 8, you know, something like that. And they're just like, we're not even going to refer to one by name. We don't even know if one will come up. But if somebody organizes a big enough tournament, sure, we'll make that the prize. So they're just kind of throwing that out there, which is probably one of the wilder ways to get in on this, actually. Just a one-time, one-off, hey, let's do it, you know? So watch for that stuff. I think, didn't like Card Kingdom or Channel Fireball hold an event that was pretty big? Oh, I know Red Bull did. They had a huge one. There's another one. There's one out in England that was huge. And I don't think it was the Red Bull one. So watch for that one too. That one had huge prizes too. So there's more mega giant private tournaments than you might think actually out there. So no guarantees by Wizards. They're just leaving it open that they might throw that out there. So cool. Oh, they actually do give examples. They say right now it includes but is not necessarily limited to something called On Draw MTG Arena, whatever that is. It's from like mtgmelee.com. Okay, whatever. There's a 1 and a 2. And then the Star City Games Tour Online. So really not the Red Bull event? I mean, I guess maybe that was so far in the past that they're not holding another one, so it's not on the list. I don't know. That one was pretty high profile, just saying. I thought the prize pool was like a good fraction of $1 million. Like it was decent. So they did want to remind people that they have once again changed the times for the qualifier weekend time period that you're allowed to play. So you thought you knew what was going on? Well, now you don't. So go look at the update if you qualify. By the way, and I've heard that this does happen, if you believe that you've qualified like the day before you were like Mythic rank 600 and don't see the event pop up in game, please contact customer support prior to Thursday, December 17th. They will check on it. They're mentioning this because I believe this was a known glitch. I heard it happen to people. I don't really know what the follow through was, but they are aware of it, I guess. So if you get at least 7 wins on day 1 on all these weekend things, then you will get a token that says a day 2 token. It'll say acquired qualified day 2 access. Real obvious. Although I could have sworn you still had to check in. So if I keep scrolling, it says, get this, 6 a.m. PST, which is Pacific Standard Time, the day 2 event entry window opens, and then 8 a.m., 2 hours later, day 2 event entry window closes. Yeah. So no, the token doesn't mean anything, and you're not pre-set up to enter. Wow, no wonder people were pissed. That's why I'm throwing it into the video, just so you know. So players at that point must have submitted a deck and joined the matchmaking queue prior to the 8 a.m. deadline. So you have a 2-hour window for everybody to check in. If you miss it, oh my god. You have until, depending upon how you look at it, 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. that day to finish your matches, though. But I believe that it switches to best of 3, so you're going to need 2.5 times more time than you think. And suddenly a sideboard and the knowledge of how to use it. So, boy, they like to surprise you with a bunch of stuff. Like, once again, the fact that the tournament is not the format that you use to qualify for the tournament. For 2 out of the 3 events. Actually, I thought that they converted day 1 to best of 3 too. I don't know, who cares? So you got to be 18 or older, and it's, you know, banned where banned, and look at your local area and blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Whatever. They go over the prize pools, but shocker, if you don't win like first, it's crap. I mean, it's like you get to day 2 and get 4 wins on day 2. Ooh, 4,000 gems. I'm sure 4,000 gems will make you feel better about not qualifying for the PT, which is no longer called a PT. Their documentation says that you still need a DCI number, even though you don't. They've deleted the entire DCI system, so that's great. And then there is something called qualifying for a split championship. I have absolutely no idea what that is, and they don't feel like explaining it. You have 14 days to respond to the email. Otherwise, you forfeit your invitation. Now, all of a sudden, it's an email instead of a pop-up in-game. So I don't know what the hell that is, but that's, I guess, a thing that I'm supposed to tell you. I mean, literally, on the entire page, the phrase split championship does not occur in any other paragraph. So good luck guessing what that is or if you qualified. So that's about it. So convoluted and confusing, but this video kind of, straightened it right out for you. So if you're in Diamond right now, I would push hard for, high-ranking Mythic, because you're obviously doing pretty well in the next couple days. And then if you make it, then you're in December, do okay on day 1 or day 2, and boom, you're qualified for the next tournament automatically. Do okay at that one, you're qualified for the next one automatically again. You can just string them together. So that's why, qualifying for the one in November that occurs in December, or the season is in November, ending, the tournament's in December, that's going to be your best bet by far. Like I said, I would take advantage of this whole it's all digital, very little cheaters, no plane tickets and money involved thing, because it might not last. But then again, depending upon how the election goes, society might not last. So take any money you would have thrown at traveling to a Grand Prix or Pro Tour and put it into emergency supplies and self-defense items as legal in your local area. That's just my advice. Throw it out there. Do with it what you want. Also, what even is it? 4th channel, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, my other channel, I don't know, is emergency survival tips. You should sub to it. It's got a bunch of info that could save your life while I'm on the topic. So yeah, that's all the info you need to know. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you guys next video.